Hello again. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Did you receive the email that I sent you with the link on the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you watch it?
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't have any problems?
No, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the PowerPoint that I sent you. Were you able to receive? Okay, so you can see the screen right now?
I can.
Okay. So today we're going to be discussing the water cycle. So we're going to go over the agenda, okay?
Okay.
Today we're going to review the slideshow, do a quick review, a short verbal assessment, go over your homework assignment, and then close. Do you have any
Okay.
questions about that?
No.
Okay. So the water cycle. What do you think it is?
It's when water goes from ponds to clouds to rain. It just keeps going in a big cycle.
Okay, very good. Alright, so let's zoom straight into the vocabulary, okay?
Okay.
So there are different parts of the water cycle. Do you remember any of them from the video?
Yeah. There was evaporation, condensation, and precipitation.
Very good. Can you tell me what evaporation is or what you think it is?
Um, it's when the water goes from the ground into the sky.
Yes. So what happens is the sun heats up the water and it creates a vapor. So kind of like when you have a pot on a stove and it gets really, really hot and starts boiling and you see the little steam that comes up. It's just like that, and it goes up into the clouds or into the air. So that is evaporation, okay? Do you remember what condensation is, or do you think you know what it is?
I don't know how it's formed, but it's if like a pipe is cold or something, or if it's like cold outside, it'll attach to like leaves and grass, and you might think that your pipe is leaking, but it's not. It's just water collecting around it. I think that's condensation.
Okay. So do you do a lot of work with your dad?
Hmm.
You see a lot of that? That's exactly what it is. It's kind of like whenever you stick a cup or your drink comes out of the refrigerator, something we might call sweat on the side of it. That's condensation. So that's when the water vapor from evaporation, when it gets cold and becomes a liquid again. And this, a lot of times, will form clouds in the sky. Okay, so clouds are a form of condensation. Okay, got any questions about that?
No.
Okay. And what about precipitation? What do you think that is?
It's rain.
Okay. How do you think that is formed or what happens for it to precipitate?
Um, if the clouds need to move somewhere, but they're too heavy, they just, I guess, just drop weight.
Yes. So it's when the clouds get so heavy that they can no longer hold the liquid. So the liquid begins to fall to the earth. Alright, so yes, it's when the clouds get heavy and they just need to release. Alright, very good. Do you have any questions about that? Okay. Okay, so precipitation. There are different types. Can you name any of them? Do you know any off the top of your head? Okay, so back to what I was saying, can you name any types of precipitation?
Snow, hail, rain.
Very good. There are different types. You've got rain, sleet, snow, hail, and many more. It's pretty much anything wet, rainy, water comes from the sky. That's the type of precipitation. Can you name any of the common ones? Like, I know here from where I'm at, rain and hail are common, and sleet.
Sometimes we'll get snow or freezing rain too.
Okay. Awesome. Can you describe any of these? Like rain? What is rain?
Rain's just water. There's really nothing special to it.
Okay. What about sleet?
I don't know.
Sleet is kind of a cross between rain and snow. It's not really snowing, but it's not really raining. It's just kind of just wet, nasty, watery, ugh. Pretty much.
Okay.
What about snow?
Snow is when it's really cold outside, so water freezes as it falls from the cloud.
Okay. Is it soft or hard?
Well, I mean, like, snow, when it falls, is, like, soft, but sometimes when you go, like, sledding or something, you can be, like, sledding on soft snow or hard snow.
So when it's packed, it can be kind of hard?
Yeah.
Okay. What about hail?
Hail is like a more solid form of snow.
So like kind of like an ice cube?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do a quick review. Alright? Because you sound like you understand. So, what are the 3 parts of the water cycle?
Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation.
And are those in the correct order? What's the first part? What happens first?
Evaporation,
Then what?
condensation,
Then what?
precipitation.
Very nice. And it just keeps going over and over and over again, right? Can you name the role of each part?
Evaporation is when water gets hot enough to turn into clouds, and that's evaporation is that, and then condensation is when the vapor and then precipitation is when the cloud gets too heavy and it like rains or snows or whatever it needs to do to get lighter so it can move again.
Very good. Kiss your brain. Now, can you list 2 different types of precipitation?
Hail and sleet.
Very good. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. You said evaporation is like when like water boils. But it can also happen like in a puddle too, right? But water doesn't necessarily have to be boiling in order to evaporate.
Well, no. It just gets hot enough to kind of dry up, to go up. So it's not necessarily boiling. It's just getting hot enough to go up. I just use a pot of boiling water as an example. Kind of so you can connect with it. So yeah, I was just using that as kind of an example. But that's a great question. Do you have any other questions? Concerns?
No.
Okay. Remember, you can always email me at any time you need it, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to go to the verbal assessment. I also sent you that if you want to go ahead and pull it up. Okay, so in this first part is matching. So, can you match the pictures to the words in the column?
Yeah. Picture 2 is 1.
Okay.
Picture,
What's the term?
Evaporation.
Okay.
Picture 3 is condensation. And then picture 1 is precipitation.
Very good, Henry. Kiss your brain again. And can you list the parts of the water cycle in order and how they are performed?
Evaporation, when water heats up enough to go into the air, and then condensation, when the water vapor forms into clouds, and then precipitation, when the clouds get too heavy and they need to rain or snow or whatever they have to do to get lighter.
Very good. And the last part, I need 3 forms of precipitation, and I need you to explain each one of those forms.
Okay. So, rain is just water. Snow is a colder form of rain. And then hail is a colder form of snow.
And what does hail resemble?
Ice cubes.
Very good. Very good. You aced that, buddy. Alright. Do you have any questions? Concerns?
No.
Okay. So you have a homework assignment. You are to make a Prezi presentation about the water cycle. You remember us discussing how to do a Prezi? Okay. So we're making one of those. The presentation needs to include information about the water cycle, as well as what you find to be the most important part of the water cycle. Okay?
Okay.
And this needs to be emailed to me by July 19th at 5 p.m. Okay, so by 5 o'clock. I do have a rubric on the PowerPoint you can refer to for how it will be graded. I'll be grading if the presentation is complete, the content, as well as creativity. And those are 25 points apiece for a total of 75 points. Okay?
Okay.
And that is the end of our lesson today. Again, if you have any questions, contact me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, and you have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.